Hey guys, this is a follow-up video of rape awareness. It has my story and some statistics that I think people should really be aware of. For those of you who might need this, trigger warning. Please keep in mind when watching this is very personal and very much a part of who I am today. This is very hard to talk about, but I felt sharing my story would be more beneficial than not. I'm over what happened and I thought, maybe my story could help somebody else. So here it is. Please watch it and keep in mind that this is personal. I never, ever pictured myself openly telling the world, yes, I'm a victim of rape. It happened more than once in different times of my life. The first time it happened to me, or the attempt, I was 12. And the last time was Christmas of 2012 at my ex's apartment. In the first few, I let those hold me back. I let them destroy me from the inside out. When I was 12, I used cutting as a source of release from the bullying and what happened that one Sunday before Thanksgiving. And when I was 15, I just cried all the time and relived it because I had rape-related post-traumatic stress disorder. But when it happened, not this Christmas, but the Christmas before, I dealt with it for about 3 days. And then I was like, I was finally happy, and then this happened. I'm not going there again. I refused. I refused to be destroyed again. I'm no longer a victim. I'm a survivor, and I thrive every day. It's not my fault. It's never the victim's fault, no matter what you wore, no matter what you said, no matter if you said yes at first and halfway through changed your mind. You don't have to be a certain type of person or wear a certain thing or talk a certain way. You just have to have the right parts and be in the right place at the right time. It's really nothing about who you are, what your interests are, how you live your life. It's really just about them and just being in a bad situation. And sure, wearing short skirts and putting yourself out there and trying stuff, maybe that might make you more of a target for certain men. But regardless, it is never your fault, no matter who says so, or no matter what your head tells you, because afterwards you're like, I could have done this differently. I could have gone home instead of stay at the party. I could have worn pants. I could have not been so trusting. But regardless of what you did or didn't do, if you said no or stop or indicated that you didn't want to clearly, it's not your fault. It's theirs for not listening. And I believe it's more likely to happen when you're vulnerable. And you can't help being vulnerable. That doesn't mean you're a weak person. It just means that they're predators and they can sense your vulnerability. And everyone is vulnerable at some point throughout their life. And you have a right to be vulnerable. And they do not have the right to take advantage of you just because you're not in the strongest place that you've always been. Don't believe me that it happens easily and often? Fine, let's talk statistics. Every 2 minutes in the United States, someone is sexually assaulted. 1 out of every 6 women in America has been a victim of attempted or completed rape. 9 out of 10 victims are women. That makes 10% of the victims male. 1 in 4 women are sexually assaulted throughout some time in their lifetime. And 82% of the assaulters, the rapists, are someone they knew. 40% of sexual assaults take place in the victim's home. When I was 12, I let the guy in because he was my friend and I thought he liked me. But that's not why he was there. He did not want to hang out and watch movies. I was 12 and naive, what can I say? 15% are under age 12, 29% are age 12 to 17, 44% are under age 18, 80% are under age 30, and ages 12 to 34 the years with the highest risk. Girls ages 16 to 19 are 4 times more likely than the general population to be victims of sexual assault. Yeah, these are just a bunch of numbers, but these numbers mean something. It means this world is dangerous, and people don't always warn you. When I was 12, I had no idea about this kind of stuff. I didn't realize how dangerous life is and how I shouldn't be so trusting. You're 12. What parent expects your 12-year-old child to have something like that happen to you. When you're 12, your parents see you as still just a kid. And yeah, you're just a kid until something like that happens to you and you grow up a little too fast. They don't prepare people that young for this because they don't want them to think about these kind of things. But they happen. And the age range that they happen is young. Alright, so that's my story. Thanks for listening. The next part of rape awareness is going to be on how rape can affect you and how it affected me personally and how I overcame it to be the successful individual and happy person I am now. And I hope my story will give you hope, and I hope it helped you. Thanks.